Next order.
Thank you very much, Mr. He could do nothing. His hands were tied because of the brain.
Speaker, I would really want Honorable Seth to confirm whether Jade Cynthia Rao,
the majority whip.
Thank you very much, Mr. for doing a splendid job, Mr. Speaker.
One Dr. Martin Ochola Juma from Ugonja. So I want to thank you very much, the committee, for a job well done.
Retract that.
thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your guidance.
Of the board, which did interview for
His cup of wisdom. Mark Yu is not the best from game, but of course he managed to be the best among all the people who presented themselves for the time of the proceeding. You realize that the chairman was from Ugenya, seconded by our own honorable member, senior.
Chair of the service board is one Peter Basa, who also represents. I think I may want to invite the mover to reply. Hold on. I've seen Honorable Adiala. What do you have?
But I just want to say one thing before you close the debate. I want to give my sentiments. University of Botswana, and I'm among the few people who have traveled to Botswana, and I know we've been here, we've seen him work, and if you look at even the...
Okay, thank you. A mover. On the recruitment of the Assembly Clerk laid on the House on Monday, May, stands adjourned until 4th of June at 2:30 p.m. in the chambers.
Thank you.
case of this report, indeed, Mr. Eric Ogenga is a true definition of tried, tested, and confirmed. I also want to take this opportunity to applaud the Public Service Board of the County Assembly of Siaya for the work well done. I must say that they have inserted a lot of, they've given hope to the staff of this assembly that there can always be an upward mobility, that their efforts that they're doing in this assembly can be seen. And for that matter, I really applaud them. And I stand here, Mr. Speaker, to support this report and would request my colleagues to support the same report, as Mr. Ogenga is a true definition of tried, tested, and confirmed. Thank you.
Honorable.
Erokamano ahinya, akawo thuoloni mar mondo ago erokamano ni od bura mar Assembly ma Siaya kuom kalo yiero mara kaka clerk mar Assembly e yo maonge ng'ur kata achiel. Kaka waneno, sama nokel motion mar approval mar clerk, onge jaod bura kata achiel manobedo gi to e nyalo mara mar bedo County Assembly Clerk ma Siaya. Gima anyalo wacho ni e thuolo masebedogo kaka clerk ma kojolo mar assembly, sani koro kuom higni madhi 5, asepuonjra mang'eny kaka onego bed ni watiyo gi mokwongo jotelo makoro wa support miluongo ni waheshimiwa, kaka onego bed ni watiyo gi the other arm mar government miluongo ni the executive, to gi ji te magin associated gi assembly ma Siaya. Kwadhi mbele, anyalo wacho ni somo kata ng'eyo onge giko. Pod wabro dhi mbele kwa mako lwetwa ka wang'iyo ni ere kaka wanyalo tiyo ni jo Siaya, ka an bende atemo jiwo members wa mosebedo katiyo matek, ka wamiyogi advice kaka position ni dwaro, mondo wati ni jo Siaya e yo mowinjore, mondo wadongre kaka county, nikech mane momiyo wabetie kombe mwabetiegi. Kombe mwabetiegi wabetie nikech wan gi thuolo mar mondo wakony jopiny mondo dwachgi mondo ochopi. Koro mane mor ma an go kawuono ni thuolo ni koro wan go e yo moyangre moloyo kaka ne entie mokwongo cha. Koro mogik, agoni jo media te erokamano. Usebedo kuchung' gi County Assembly ma Siaya, ubiro kendo unyiso jopiny weche mag adier kendo maratiro kaka gitimre e od burani. Koro anyalo mana kwayo mondo umed support wa kaka usebedo ka utimo, mondo wadhi uru mbele. Ka utimo maru to watimo marwa, to ng'ato machielo be timo mare, mondo koro collectively wadongo together. Mane manyalo wacho e thuolo ma kawuono ma wan go sani ni. Ero uru kamano ahinya. I want to take this opportunity to thank members of the Fourth Estate for having been part of this process, and also to the climax of today, where the members of the County Assembly in total have approved my nomination as the substantive clerk of Siaya County Assembly. It has been no mean feat coming to this position, and the support that I've received from all the stakeholders of the Assembly, starting from the leadership, the County Assembly Service Board, and now the entire membership of the Assembly, having noted that the approval of my nomination has been done unanimously. What I might want to say is that this position that I've been approved to hold is a position of trust, meaning that it is my obligation to act to the best interest of all the stakeholders of the Assembly, and of course while observing the laws of the land that regulate our operations. I must say that after having acted in this position for now about 5 years, I have gained a lot of insights as to what it takes to deal with matters legislative, deal with the honorable members of the Assembly, and of course the other important stakeholders that have made this Assembly being one of the most peaceful assemblies in the country. I must thank our very able Honorable Speaker. Through his guidance, of course, as the chair of the board also, I have come to learn quite a lot about the administration of a parliamentary institution, that is the County Assembly. And because learning has no end, it is my belief that going forward, I shall still count on them, of course, giving me direction and also me offering my professional expertise so that we achieve for the people of the County Assembly of Siaya and also now our country Kenya in general. Thank you so much, members of the Fourth Estate, for also being supportive of the activities of the Assembly. We owe you a lot, and we shall also continue supporting you in the course of you being the champions of making people know what they got to know. Thank you so much.
I, Eric Odhiambo Ogenga, being called upon to exercise the functions of the Secretary of the County Assembly Service Board, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal to any unauthorized person or otherwise than in the course of duty the contents or any part of the contents of any document, communication, or information whatsoever which may come to my knowledge in the course of my duties as an officer of the board. So help me God.
For the last 6 years, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to tell the Honorable House that if it is credentials, Mr. Speaker, then Ogenga's credentials are impeccable, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if it is turnout and bearing, Mr. Speaker, it is above reproach. Mr. Speaker, Ogenga is spotlessly clean when he is performing his duty and is articulate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy this morning that this assembly is today going to confirm a clerk that is not in the acting capacity, Mr. Speaker, because we have been in the acting capacity, as you heard the board chair saying it's from 24th, I don't know, I didn't hear it properly, but it is good that we have a clerk that is not acting, a clerk that has passed the interview and is articulate in his duties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look at his conduct, it's beyond reproach, it's above board. Mr. Speaker, as I stand here as the chief whip of the ODM party and a member of County Assembly representing the interest of North Oyoma people, Mr. Speaker, I only want to ask honestly members of this House to help me support this report of the board. As I say, Ogenga Tosha. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.